Hey, everybody, this is Danny, and I'm here with Luna Whitcomb, living soil expert. And I'd like to talk to you today about hydrophobic soil. I think a lot of people have this issue and don't necessarily know quite what to do. The only real advice I've ever heard is put a drop of liquid soap in your water, but I don't know, if that's probably the best idea. And I think it's something people don't quite understand. So, welcome, Luna, and can you please explain to us what hydrophobic soil is and what to do about it?
Sure. So hydrophobia is, you know, if you break the word down, it means afraid of water, right? It's when the soil doesn't absorb the water. You'll see things like puddles on dust, where you'll have water sitting on the surface, or it'll just run off the sides and kind of rinse part of your soil away, and you won't get like uniformity of penetration. This happens when there's surface tension within the soil, which is usually caused by it getting too dry. You see this a lot if you don't water your soil enough, and then you get little dry pockets that happen. You don't get proper penetration. You also see it outdoors if the sun really dries out the soil to an extreme amount. Usually this happens after harvest and people aren't keeping their soil moist. It can create a lot of issues because if there are pockets of soil that aren't moist, we're shutting down a lot of different processes in the soil that prevent nutrient uptake, that kill part of the root zone potentially, and will just affect the plant in a lot of negative ways. What you had mentioned about soap, um, so people will say that because of the saponin content of soap, right? But saponins exist in nature in a whole bunch of different forms. There's a lot of plants that contain saponins. We have things like soap nuts, we have aloe vera, we have yucca. You'll see a lot of common products like yucca extract that will be added to water to help break that surface tension, that hydrophobic soil condition, and help with penetration. You can use these inputs. Um, However, I personally prefer multiple small waterings. You'll get you'll get a little bit of penetration. You'll water it, and your water will sit just kind of on the surface and just slowly let it soak in. I like to kind of agitate the surface layer, let it soak in, water it again, do it again over and over and over until you see that penetration. And likely you still have pockets of hydrophobic soil. You still have dry pockets of soil. And then at that point, I like to use a product that has saponins in it, or a plant input that has saponins in it, to really make sure that you get the saponins all penetrated everywhere within the soil. And then you don't have that hydrophobic, that surface tension that's creating the problem, that the hydrophobic condition that's creating the problem. Now your saponins are everywhere. So you can do that first. You can add a product or input that contains saponins to help break through that surface tension. However, I wouldn't stop there. I would continue watering, make sure that you get it nice and moist and consistently moist, and make sure that you don't have hydrophobic pockets or pockets of dryness anywhere in your soil.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Luna Whitcomb. Follow at uh, LUNALLDAY, Luna all day. Thanks so much.